it's a generational star.
Hi, Shay. So, congrats on the win, great performance. We are kind of curious, like you said, the signature shoots is going to drop in 125.
Yeah.
We are kind of curious about how does it look like, what kind, like what month or what, like which season are you going to drop it, or is it maybe it's like All-Star weekend or end of the season?
It's not that hard of a question, bro.
Yeah, it is. I don't want to lie. You'll find out soon. If you follow Converse basketball, Converse hoops, they'll keep you updated. That sound good? All right. I can show you the page after if you want me to.
Shay, you hit 10,000 career points tonight.
Hooray.
Mark just said you kind of just let that stuff come to you. There's no thinking about, what your milestones are or might be. And I just wonder how you develop that mindset with, obviously these types of things are so special that you're going to be hitting here and continue to go forward.
Yeah, I've found throughout my journey that if you just get lost in the process and you give it your all, you end up getting what you want and what your goals are on the back end. But making sure that you can stay in the moment, control what you can in the moment is the only path to get there. So that's what I focus on, and everything else just pans out. And it's worked for me so far.
Dub, the starts the last few games have been really strong, particularly defensively. Lou said that you guys had maybe talked about that a little bit, about really wanting to punch teams in the mouth early. What's your role in that been, and maybe what's your mindset and approach been early on in these games?
Be good at guarding the five because we've been cross matching a couple times, and just trying to bring like an element of physicality to that spot. Yeah, just being ready from the get go. Yeah, that's actually, I was gonna think of something more elaborate. That's all I got. I didn't have one. I didn't have
Yeah.
two.
It was getting deep tonight.
Yeah.
Play hard. About, the process on the way to team paper. When you actually hear the figure, Jimmy Page, what's your reaction to that? How does that make you feel?
It's cool. It doesn't really like hold much weight. I expect it to get there. Hopefully, I expect to get a lot further. Hopefully, I get a lot further. Hopefully, I'm healthy enough to. But yeah, I don't take it for granted. Able to play this game at a high level and accomplish things is always a blessing. And to make it this far and do those things, there's always a little bit of luck involved, and I'm always thankful for the people that helped me get to this part of my career and have helped me along this journey.
Did you get there sooner than you thought? Or you think it took maybe longer than you would have thought?
I honestly have no clue. Like I don't know I don't know like the timeline for when I should have got to 10K. You know what I mean? Like I never really thought about that, honestly.
Yeah, 17 free throw attempts tonight. Honestly, you could argue that you could be shooting more free throws as much as you drive. It feels like, I know you may not pay attention to this, but it feels like some people will dilute your game to free throw shooting. Like people call you like, I don't know, free throw merchant or something like. Do you have any reaction to that? Like, what do you think of your?
Yeah, none at all. I do drive. I in the past couple years I've led the NBA in drives, so I think naturally I'm going to like get fouled on drives. Usually you get fouled on drives more than jump shots, so I think that's just like a natural part of the game. And then I've learned a few tricks of the trade along my way, and I've turned it into a skill a little bit. But yeah, as far as what people say, I don't really care. As long as it's efficient offense and my team wins, I'll get it done.
Actually, people should watch the games too. Like if you actually watch what's going on, and not just take the narrative of what people are saying. He's actually getting fouled. Like if you just sit down and dissect the game and actually look at what's going on, you probably should go there a lot more. Me too.
There
Since we're talking about it.
There it is.
Actually watch.
There's some growing buzz about, Jalen maybe being their second All-Star. I'm just curious, where have you seen him kind of level his game up this year?
Good question. Okay. Yeah, for our team to be as good as we've been this far in the season, obviously coming up on the All-Star game, like I think it'd only be right for him to be All-Star. Like you don't have this record because of one All-Star. You don't have this record because one good player. Like you have to have a team, a collective, a second All-Star, a very talented basketball player to help. A lot of times I'm out the game and he's carrying the load offensively. He averaged 20 on hyper efficiency, and we are first in the West. And I think because of that, his case should be sealed. But hey, that's just my opinion.
Where have you seen him take his game to that next level this year?
Yeah, he's just like let the game come to him, never forces, and I think that's like the hump that you get over as a young player. Like you have these aspirations, these goals, and a lot of times you want them so bad, and you end up forcing things on the court to get them. And like I've fallen into that myself in my career, and I never see Jalen do so. He always lets the game come to him naturally, and because of that, we're a better team, and his efficiency and his playmaking and his scoring has skyrocketed and has always improved since he's been in the NBA because of it, and it'll continue to do so just because he does it the right way and he does it every night and he does it at a high level, and that's why we win.
Shai, MVP chance for you tonight. How does it feel to have that type of love on the road?
Yeah, it's amazing to have that many people support you. I mean, obviously, MVP is a big goal of mine, something that you dream about as a kid, and for that many people to, I guess, agree with me and think that I should be that. It's a special feeling. I love it, and I appreciate the fans.
Do you think you're the MVP this year?
Say again?
Do you think you're the MVP this year?
Yeah, I mean, MVPs are never won after 40 games. So 40 more of these, and yeah, sure.
Jalen, do you feel like you have to do more to get a trip to San Francisco?
I don't really worry about that. Just kind of, I want to do more to win games, and wherever that falls is where it falls. I think that's what he's talking about. Like, I feel like once you get wrapped into that, like it starts to hinder team success, and it's not like it's something cool. Like I think that would be awesome to go. Obviously, my school is right there too, so that would be pretty cool. Because I'm telling you the reasons that I would like to go. But at the same time, it is about like we're trying to like we have a bigger goal than me going into All Star. So it's like one of those things where I'm trying to like constantly improve my game to be able to be very good and win the playoffs in April and on. So I'm not giving it too much thought.
And Shai, do you remember your first points in the NBA?
Yes.
Well,
A transition layup. I was in the left wing, I drove right, crossed over, and made like a slow step layup against the Nuggets. Never forget it.
This might be a little premature, but every time you look up any stat with your name in it, it's next to Jordan, Kobe, D-Wade, like all-time greats. Just wondering if you knew what it would feel like when you become like an all-time great. Like, is there certain points that you feel like you'd have to hit, like to tell yourself, yeah, I'm an all-time great?
Yeah, I mean, like for me, you have to win. So like that's until I do that, I don't put myself in those guys' stratosphere. Like I can't because I haven't won a championship on the biggest stage in the world. Like I just haven't done that yet, and until then, I don't think I should be in those conversations. That's what the game is about. Like, all those guys don't ever win. They're not who they are, and that's what you wake up for. You wake up when you're 6 years old and you're playing Little League soccer. You wake up and you want to win. You know what I mean? Like everything you do competitively is to win, and if you don't do so, you fail. And that's how I see it.
Anybody else? We can go last one.
last one.
Last question. Yep.
You get two more. It's all right, bro.
There you go. Two.
3. My word don't hold weight.
Hi, Shai. This
Hello.
season you continue your excellent performance and currently leading the MVP race, like he mentioned. So, but however, I have noticed some people online saying that you are almost too consistent. So, like scoring 30 points every night, but it rarely have some massive scoring performance. So, they argue that you are explosive scoring ability. So I want to know what's your response to that.
So I lack explosive scoring because I don't have no like 60-point nights. So you're trying to say that's what they say?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I had 39 after 3 quarters last game. I probably would have had a quote unquote explosive night if the game was a little bit closer. So that's just one example. But to me, like at the end of the night, we won the game, and that's all that matters. If I have 30 points, if I have 10 points, if I have 100 points and we lose, I'd rather have 10 points and win. You know what I mean? Like I just said, this whole game, everything I do is to win, and that's my main focus. And I think because of that, this team has been able to win a lot of games, and I guess that's your answer to the question.
So we'll see what we play for the quarter.
Second.
You have another one, or no, that's it?
I have second one.
Okay, here we go.
Talking about your first shows, so you have many fans in China, and they are very eagerly looking forward to your first science show. So since you've never been to China for an event before, and would you consider to plan a trip in this summer, like to promotion your shows in China? Or
Yeah, who you work for? Who you work for?
oh, for China media?
Okay, I love China media.
Thank you.
I would love to. Obviously, the basketball culture over there is huge. I'm aware of the fan base over there. I appreciate the support, love the support. Hopefully, it's in the near future. But yes, to answer your question, I would love to. Stay tuned. I guess if you follow Converse Hoops, you might be able to, get some news shortly. Yeah. So we'll see. Just follow Converse Hoops.
Thanks, guys.
Coach, 7 plays in double figures tonight. How does it feel to have that type of production tonight for a team that's top of the league?
I thought, we played really sharp, really professional all the way through, even when we built a lead. Guys did a really good job of sharing the ball. Everybody was aggressive. I think we've got a lot of players playing with good confidence and rhythm right now, and I thought that was reflected in the game tonight.
Talked to Lou recently, and he said that, internally they've just talked to the guys about strong starts, not letting teams build confidence early. How have you seen the group be able to actually accomplish that? And once again, did it tonight. It seemed like Washington got no traction.
Yeah, the last 2 games for sure. And Cleveland. We did a good job of that in Cleveland. So this road trip, we've done a good job of that after a homestand where we didn't. We were playing from behind in most of those games. So good course correction by the team. I thought we did a good job of that tonight. We got back. We got set. We got Poole under control early, made him earn everything. So I thought we did a nice job.
Last 10 games or so, Casey's 43% from 3 or something like that. But all the while, I think he's got 24 games of 2 or more steals. So just the defense has remained so consistent. Even when he wasn't shooting it great, now that he is shooting it great. What have you seen from him in just terms of the nature that he has?
Yeah, he did a good job on Poole early. He had Poole initially. The defense has been great. I mean, he's got his chest on everybody. At least once a game, he's just taking the ball from someone on ball, which is really tough to do. Great shot contesting. And the threes are coming around. And, similar to what I said about Isaiah Joe, he's shot a very consistent diet of them, and he's just stuck with it, and he hasn't pressed or gotten timid despite his percentages not being where they were last year. So it's good to see his 3 come around.
Shai has reached 10,000 third points tonight. We've had over 9,000 rows in a Thunder uniform. I just wonder how you describe what it's been like to coach him, what it's like for you to see him reach that benchmark.
That's a great accomplishment, and many more to come, obviously, for him. He's an incredible talent, great player, and it's exciting to think how early he is in his prime. But one of many milestones he'll end up having when it's all said and done. But the thing about him is he just plays a game in front of him, lets those things stack up. But yeah, congratulations to him.
I am just curious, I know we talked about it about how easy he made things to look, but how has he made the challenge you as a coach over the years?
Well, initially it was trying to figure out his game and how to best leverage his strengths. figure out how to push him to be better, but also give him the space and the confidence to figure things out on his own. And now he's a great player. You know, he was a budding great player back then. Now he's a great player. And great players aren't easy to coach because you have to pace with them. You know, he's an unbelievable worker. He's unbelievably self-reflective. And he's hard to keep pace with, but that's why he's a great leader inside of our environment. He pushes everybody to be better, including me and including our staff, his teammates, and it's because of who he is and how he works and how consistent he is.
What else we got? So you got one. Go ahead, son.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are 32-6 now. I mean, how active, like, do you avoid just even like thinking or looking at the record, or do you sometimes looking at, sheesh, 32-6 on this?
I'm aware of it. You know, I'm not blind to it. But it's, you know, we're still about halfway through the season. There's a lot of season left. And I'm just of the belief you got to use all these games to gain experience, gain wisdom, gain confidence, build habits, you know, strengthen our collective muscle. And the minute you take your eye off that, the minute you reflect on your record, or the minute you start thinking about the future, you're going to miss opportunities, and that's where there's slippage and complacency. And I just think it's my job to make sure that we're very present in the season. But I'm aware of it. We've earned it. You know, they've done a great job so far, but we've got, you know, obviously a long way to go in the season.
A couple games ago, I asked Shai about where you guys felt like you were in terms of all-time great defenses. He said you guys know that you're a good defense, but don't try to compare yourself to all those other great defenses. I just wondering where you feel like you guys are defensively, or how you feel good you feel like you guys are.
It's kind of the same answer. It's, you know, in the season, you know, we're just really present in today's challenge. Today was the only game we got to play. And then the next one is Philly, and that'll be the only game we get to play on Tuesday. Every game in front of you is the most important game of the season because it's the only one that you have. And that's how we approach it. So we're not zooming really out very much, especially to look at, you know, record, you know, the future, you know, all time this, all time that. You know, we're trying to be a good defense against Philly on Tuesday, and being very present in that process. And then, you know, at some point you look up and your record is what it is, or, you know, your defensive rating's really good, but it's the result of stacking. It's not the result of you know, having your head in the clouds.
Do you know you're a good defense?
Oh yeah, we're confident in our defense for sure. But you were asking in terms of historical terms, and we're not thinking like that right now. We're just thinking about the game in front of us.